Hello YouTube, this is Luke Dudley of ledconnection.co.uk. This time coming to you with a quick educational video about LEDs, why people should consider buying them, and what are the benefits of LED lighting. So a question I'm often asked is, why should I go to my local supermarket, get LED bulbs to replace perfectly good bulbs that I already have that cost probably 3 or 4 times more than the standard lighting I already use? So in order to answer these questions and give you a brief history of some lights and why LEDs are worth considering, I'm just going to talk you through some of your lighting options and why LEDs are beneficial. So the first light here you should all recognise is a standard incandescent bulb, nice and bright, probably the oldest, most common light on the market. Some of the great benefits of these is they are instant on, they are extremely bright, they are cheap as chips to buy from pretty much anywhere, but these lights are kind of being faded out at the moment. They've had their day. Some of the reasons why: this light is running at 65 watt, so by today's standards it's using a huge amount of energy for the amount of light it's actually putting out, and a lot of the reason for that is actually heat. If you've touched one of these when it's been on for a while, a vast amount of their energy is actually going towards producing heat and not light, and thus these lights are going to be phased out over time purely because the amount of energy they use, they don't produce enough light. In a similar vein, this is a little halogen spotlight, again very similar to the technology used in incandescents. This one's running at just under 50 watts. Same real issues, that produces a lot of heat and wastes a lot of energy through that heat production rather than creating light. Again, far too hot to actually touch, and again, like the incandescent, the problems with both of these lamps is although they're very cheap to buy, they have very short lifespans and use a lot of energy. So although quick and easy to buy, very cheap to purchase, you'll spend a lot of money replacing them and a lot of money for the energy bills that they create. So in the next evolution of lighting, the manufacturers try to make an energy efficient version of a light, which they came out with the compact fluorescent. A lot of benefits to this bulb. Essentially the energy savings, this one is running at just under 13 watts, but a lot of drawbacks to this light as well. One of the main drawbacks, as most people will recognise, they take a lot of time to start up and they don't produce their true light until a few minutes after they've got warmed up. So if you're in and out of a room, they've kind of lost the benefit to you. Some other main drawbacks: they contain mercury, so they have to be disposed of correctly in order for that mercury to not hit landfills. So there's actually some ecological reasons why this light has some disadvantages to it, but it does produce, a lot of light. It doesn't get very hot, but there are some drawbacks, and because of the ecological reasons, these two have some real distinct disadvantages. So then came along LED lights, and here's a sort of early adoption version of an LED light. Again, probably a little bit eye-catching and vulgar at first appearance. It's not a wonderful looking product, but hugely energy efficient, huge longevity in the life of the product, no mercury or ecological reasons to overcome, and fortunately the technology is making a lot of advancements. So this sort of much newer LED, again nice and bright, instant on, full brightness immediately, using almost 1/10 of the energy of the incandescent counterpart, vastly superior longevity, 30,000 to 50,000 hours, whereas the incandescent maybe 2,000 hours. A good fluorescent might be 10 to 15,000 hours. The downsides to LEDs are they cost a lot initially to purchase, but with the energy savings they provide, the longevity that they offer, and the fact that they tick a lot more ecological boxes, not containing mercury and not producing so much waste as the other lights, they are pretty much going to become the standard of lighting. And that's why, hopefully, as we go through a few more years of progress, the prices of them will come down, the benefits of them will start to shine through, no pun, and that's why LED lighting should, by rights, become the future of standard lighting. So I hope that was slightly helpful. Luke of ledconnection.co.uk